Hello again, friends. So, tonight we're going to be going over a rather iconic topic. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are familiar with Freddy Krueger. He's well known for The Nightmare on Elm Street by Wes Craven, but you may not be too familiar with where exactly Wes Craven got that idea from of Freddy Krueger. It was inspired by the Cambodian killing fields, which is based off of the Cambodian War from 1967 to 1975. There was a huge war in Cambodia. One of the battles actually took the lives of 50,000 people all at once, 50,000 soldiers. So it was a mass, basically a bloodbath. A lot of people didn't make it. It was horrific. It was gruesome. There was a lot of souls that passed at one point in one specific area. Now it is said that wherever there's mass tragedy and death and despair, it can create a energy or a portal for the demonic spirits to kind of feed off of this. This is folklore, but it's said to that actually happens. So Wes Craven was inspired to create Freddy Krueger because a young man who had survived the Cambodian War later moved to America with his mother and father, but was haunted in his dreams by some of the soldiers that he remembered on the battlefield. And he never really quite got over that, and he ended up losing his life in his sleep. So that's the story we're going into today. That's what we're going to dive into tonight. And I hope you guys enjoy my narration. And I hope you guys enjoy this story, known simply as the Cambodian Dream Demon. So thank you again for clicking play on my video. I hope you guys enjoy this channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Have a good night and stay strange. Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Strange and Paranormal. Tonight's story is simply known as the Cambodian Dream Demon, based on Wes Craven's Nightmare on Elm Street. Now, Wes Craven terrified audiences in 1984 with the creation of Freddy Krueger, a demonic predator with the ability to kill people in their dreams. At the time, few viewers couldn't have imagined that A Nightmare on Elm Street was based on an obscured phenomenon that caused a rash of death in the late 1970s into the early 1980s. This tale starts in the killing fields of the Cambodian War, where many soldiers lost their lives. One particular battle was beyond gruesome. More than 50,000 men lost their lives on a humid, muddy, and bloody Cambodian rice field, a battle so barbaric in nature, some soldiers who survived the mayhem later depicted seeing demonic entities on the battlefield feasting on the bones of the dead. However, for one soldier, Sovan Hang, survived that hellish experience only to be tormented by something far, far worse. After the war, Sovan later moved to the United States with his parents. His father being a physician in the Chicago, Illinois area, Sovan started having terrible nightmares, sleep paralysis, and the odd smell of sulfur and rot filled his bedroom at night. He would often be unable to sleep. He suffered from insomnia, so his father assisted him with medication, although Sovan refused to take the pills, saying they're gonna kill me. They're going to kill me. When asked who is trying to kill you? The demons of war, he said. in a bone-chilling voice. His parents were distraught, confused. They didn't know what to do. They were on the brink of divorce. They sought therapy, but nothing worked until one night they heard a loud scream and gargles of mucus and saliva coming from Sylvan's bedroom. When they tried to open his door handle, it was said that it was hot like a stovetop, almost burning the father's hand. When the father finally kicked the door in, Sylvan's corpse laid pale and blue, almost decayed, as if he had been deceased for several days. Eyes whitened, no pupils, body stiff, and his hands reaching upward as if he was wrestling with an unseen force. Now, this is a very, very odd case, and if you guys are fans of horror movies like The Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger, this was the inspiration for that. And I have to tell you, it's a creepy story, and even more odd because it's based on a true story. So, with that being said, folks, I want to tell you guys thank you for listening to another episode of The Strange and Paranormal. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I sure did. You guys have a good night and sweet dreams.